that's exactly what this is all about. It's about survivors and how when we get bad news and tragedies happen to your family, how you turn negatives and you take a step back and you realize what you're grateful for and you turn it into a positive thing. And another person who did that, just like the Wilkers and the Chapmans and the Wolves and everybody that comes back every year, is Tommy Kelly, who goes to Council Rock, and he's going to tell us about the amazing things that he's done for his grandfather, who passed away from cancer. He had chemo for 17 years, and he so proudly wore his V Foundation t-shirt, which we loved and we heard about, and we were so honored and humbled when he decided, when we heard that his t-shirt was getting a little old and ratty, that we were able to give him one of our Jimmy V t-shirts. So I'm so excited to bring up Tommy Kelly.
Hi, my name is Tommy Kelly, and I'm truly honored to be here. I never really thought of myself as a cancer survivor until I was asked to speak. I didn't fight cancer myself, but I've watched so many people I love suffer from it. One of these people was my grandfather, Joe Kozlik, or as he was known by his basketball team, Coach Koz. The V Foundation meant a lot to my grandfather because he was diagnosed with leukemia just a few months after the famous speech given by Jimmy V at the ESPYs. Just as Jimmy V said in his speech, my grandpa never gave up throughout his 18-year battle with leukemia. He felt such a connection to Jim Valvano, not just because of his cancer diagnosis, but because they were both successful basketball coaches. My grandpa had to give up his 35-year high school coaching career because of leukemia. As the cancer progressed, he wore a V Foundation t-shirt to every chemo treatment he received to keep him remembering to never give up. When I was in 6th grade and needed community service hours for my confirmation, I remembered all the basketball camps my grandfather used to run. And with my friend Logan, decided to run a camp for the kids in my neighborhood for free. My grandpa, Coach Koz, was our guest speaker that year and talked to the kids about being a team player. When Logan and I decided to run the camp again that next summer, he was too sick to speak. My grandpa then passed away that November. As we prepared for his funeral, the annual Jimmy V Classic on ESPN was starting. It made me think to run the camp the next summer for donations to V Foundation and make the camp in memory of him. It meant a lot to me to know that 100% of the donations raised are donated directly to cancer research. We raised $700 and donated all of it in memory to Coach Koz that next summer. Logan and I decided to run the camp again for a 4th summer, and our goal was to double the amount we raised the previous year for a total of $1,400. In the end, we raised $3,200, more than quadrupling our targeted amount. On top of all that, we let so many more people know about the V Foundation through our efforts. This continued in our middle school. After seeing an article about our camp in our newspaper, our class advisors invited Logan and me to speak to our classmates about the camp and our efforts to raise money for the V Foundation. In turn, our class would donate an additional $700 to the V Foundation. I'm no longer at the middle school, but have been recently contacted by them to return and talk again about the camp, with the money that they raised going to the V Foundation. As a survivor, I discovered I could make a difference. I could help fund cancer research. I could help spread awareness of the V Foundation. I could give hope to others like the V Foundation gave to my grandfather. My grandmother on my dad's side was given some of that hope when she was fighting with breast cancer last year. Because of the advancements in treatments and because of all of the money that has been donated to cancer research, she was able to tolerate her treatments and can now be called a survivor herself. I have been blessed to know survivors of cancer, but never considered myself one. After losing my grandfather, Coach Koz, I felt helpless and felt like I really needed to do something in his memory. And what I knew the V Foundation would do with the money that I raised made me feel like I could do something. And not only did this help me cope the loss of my grandpa, but everyone else that knew Coach Koz. If 2 teenagers with a few basketballs, a hoop, and a a driveway full of kids could do so much. Just think about what you could do. Thank you.